Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're staging the ultimate showdown between the invisible fuels that literally power our lives. We're talking heating our homes, cooking our food, the whole shebang. In one corner, we've got natural gas, the pipeline heavyweight, and in the other, propane, the portable powerhouse. Now, you probably use one of these, maybe even both, but do you really know the hidden differences between them? Let's find out.
Okay, so here's our fight card for today. We're going to meet the gases, dive into the science of heat, play detective with what powers your home, talk safety and the environment, and finally deliver the final verdict.
Let's kick things off with round one, meet the gases. It's time to strip back the chemistry and define our two heavy-hitting contenders.
First up, we've got to decode a term you've probably seen absolutely everywhere: LPG. It stands for liquefied petroleum gas. Now, people throw around LPG and propane like they're the exact same thing. But here's a handy rule of thumb. Propane is an LPG, but not all LPG is propane. Take butane, for example. It's also in the LPG family, but it has a much higher boiling point of -2 degrees Celsius. That makes butane way better suited for, say, indoor portable heaters, rather than sitting out in a freezing yard during winter.
So, where do these contenders actually come from? Well, the differences are pretty wild. Natural gas is exactly what it sounds like. It's pumped straight out of underground rock formations through drilling or fracking, and then it's piped directly to your house. It's basically an invisible pipeline highway. Propane, on the flip side, is actually a manufactured co-product. It gets separated out when we process natural gas and refine crude oil. And because it's manufactured, we can compress it into a liquid and literally truck it right to a tank sitting on your property.
And the reason we can deliver them so differently? That all boils down to their molecular structure. Natural gas is mostly methane, that's CH4, so 1 carbon, 4 hydrogens. Propane is C3H8. That extra carbon and hydrogen make propane a much heavier, denser hydrocarbon. And that specific structure is exactly why you can easily squeeze propane into a liquid for a backyard barbecue tank. Whereas natural gas, you'd have to cryogenically freeze it to get it to do the same thing. No thanks.
All right, let's move right along to round two, the science of heat. Let's see how this chemistry impacts your actual heating bills and cooking times.
Welcome to the tail of the tape. Take a look at these physical stats, especially the boiling point. You know, the temp where the liquid turns into a gas? Natural gas has to be ridiculously cold, -161.5 degrees Celsius, just to stay liquid. Propane, though, it boils at just -42 degrees. That means it easily turns into the gas you need for your grill just from the regular ambient heat of a Tuesday afternoon. Oh, and you'll also notice propane burns just a tiny bit hotter, 1967 degrees Celsius compared to natural gas at 1950.
But here is where you really want to pay attention: specific gravity. This dictates a massive real-world difference. Specific gravity basically measures the density of the gas compared to the air we breathe. Air is a 1. Natural gas is 0.55, so it's lighter than air. If there's a leak, it acts just like a helium balloon and floats right up to the ceiling. Propane, it's a 1.55, heavier than air. So if propane leaks, it's like spilling a bucket of water. It sinks in pools and basements or right along the floor.
And that brings us to a frankly staggering number: 2,516 BTUs, or British thermal units. That's the sheer amount of energy packed into just 1 cubic foot of propane. Compare that to natural gas, which only gives you 1,030 BTUs for that same cubic foot. Basically, propane is twice as energy dense by volume. To put that into perspective, a natural gas furnace burns almost 100 cubic feet of gas an hour, while the propane furnace doing the exact same job only sips about 40 cubic feet. Crazy, right?
Moving on to round three, what powers your home? Let's play a little backyard detective.
If you've just bought a new home, or maybe you've honestly just never checked, you can usually solve the mystery of your energy source with a quick walk around the house. See a metal meter strapped to the siding with pipes going into the ground? You've got natural gas. Spot a big, pill-shaped tank out in the yard with a regulator on it? That's propane. What if there's a tank with a pipe sticking maybe 8 to 15 inches out of the ground? You're probably looking at heating oil. And if you have absolutely none of the above, your home is 100% electric.
Now, let's settle the classic backyard barbecue debate. Because grills are rated for the exact same total BTU output no matter the fuel, the actual cooking results are totally identical. The real choice here is all about your lifestyle. Natural gas gives you the absolute convenience of an endless supply. No running out of gas right when you're searing a steak, but you're tethered to that one single gas line. Propane gives you the freedom to wheel the grill around the yard or take it on a camping trip. But yeah, you do have to deal with those manual tank refills.
Okay, round 4.
safety, and environment. Time to zoom out and look at how these fuels interact with us and the planet. Look, whenever we're dealing with combustible fuels, safety is the #1 priority. Installing gas piping or a new appliance, that is absolutely not a DIY weekend project. It's strictly governed by hardcore safety codes, like the NFPA 54 National Fuel Gas Code. Both natural gas and propane require strict, professional installation. You need the pros to ensure the correct pressures, the proper venting, and incredibly safe connections. When we look at the environmental side of things, it's really important to stick to the facts. Both of these are fossil fuels, meaning they both release carbon dioxide when burned. Now, propane often gets marketed as a quote-unquote greener fossil fuel because it's manufactured, meaning fewer impurities than raw natural gas. But natural gas carries kind of a double climate impact. It releases CO2 when burned, sure, but since its primary component is methane, which is a super potent greenhouse gas, any unburned gas that leaks straight into the atmosphere has a significantly stronger short-term warming effect on the climate.
And what about inside your home? Well, combustion releases volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, as well as nitrogen dioxide and tiny particles. Scientific studies have actually drawn connections between gas cooking and childhood asthma. So regardless of which gas you use, experts are clear on how to mitigate this. Always run your range hood or ventilation when you're cooking. Keep an eye on your indoor air quality, and think about running an air purifier that has both a HEPA filter for the particles and a carbon filter to trap those gases your extractor fan might miss.
All right, here we are, round 5, the final verdict. Let's tally up the scores and draw some real-world conclusions.
So here's the ultimate practical question if you're a homeowner. Say you're looking at your utility bills, and you notice natural gas is cheaper per million BTUs in your area than propane. You're probably thinking, should I switch? But is it actually worth the cost?
Well, here's the catch. Switching is a massively expensive and complex headache. First, you've got to dig up your yard to hook up to the municipal pipeline and safely yank out the old propane tank. Then, because the energy densities are so wildly different, as we saw earlier, you have to hire a pro to meticulously adjust the burner jets on literally every gas appliance you own. And worst of all, some older furnaces and appliances can't even be converted, meaning you have to buy brand new ones. So that massive upfront capital cost almost always wipes out any monthly savings on the fuel itself.
So in this ultimate showdown, there really isn't one single objective winner. The quote-unquote best gas? It depends entirely on your specific situation. Live in a city with existing pipelines? Natural gas is the undisputed king of convenience. Out in the country or need portable power? Propane is your champion. It all comes down to pipeline access, what your home is already wired for, and how you actually live your life.
The next time you fire up your stove to make dinner or hear that furnace kick on in the dead of winter, take a second and ask yourself, do you truly know what invisible power is fueling your life? It is so easy to take for granted, but once you understand the science and the hidden infrastructure behind that simple blue flame, you're empowered to make smarter, safer, and much more efficient choices for your home. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and remember to keep questioning the world around you.